I recently came across this influencer named James Lawley, who goes by James Gent Z, Gent short for gentleman. His whole brand is about teaching other Gen Z men how to model their masculinity after stars of the past, such as Cary Grant or Sean Connery. You can go down the list of examples. He makes videos about fashion for men, about drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, and generally having an approach to life that's slower paced. And he does sort of affiliate himself with the right, but in an implicit way. And he was recently interviewed on Fox News about his content and why he felt inspired to make this content for young men. He says he is promoting what he calls classic masculinity, and I wanted to show this clip of his interview.
Bear with me, this is the Fox media player. It always
sucks,
awful.
But it's fine.
Okay,
We'll
let's try to get this to work. We got it? Yeah, we got it.
He's a young influencer building a movement around classic masculinity.
Whatever you do, and whomever you do it with, a man should always dress well. Today, there's a bizarre misconception that being concerned with your appearance is feminine, but it wasn't always this way.
That's not even
Back
true.
in your
Like, women
granddad-
don't even dress nice these days out in public. They go out in sweatpants and huge sweaters.
Well, he's talking about men's fashion.
All right, hold on.
So one.
Oh,
You
gosh,
started
it's
a
the
new
frickin'
video.
Yeah. There we go.
As a man. Looking your best was an essential part of taking pride in yourself as a man. It's time we brought those standards back.
All right, James Lawley, aka Gent Z, is gaining a massive following on social media, offering advice to young men on dress etiquette and more.
And he joins us live on the couch. James, this is awesome. So your role model, I understand, are people like Cary Grant and Sean Connery, back when men dressed masculine and really were taking it seriously. Tell us about why you started doing this.
Absolutely. I think at that time, I didn't see anybody that was my age talking about the importance of dressing well or treating others with respect. At the same time, you've got people like Andrew Tate telling young men that it's all about how aggressive you are, how much money you make, how big your muscles are. So I looked to these older role models and thought, these guys were really onto something. Maybe we should bring that back for today's time.
You know, one of the interesting misconceptions about people dressing is the idea that you dress for yourself. Maybe there's some degree of that, but it's also a form of manners.
Yeah.
To dress. You dress for other people. Explain that.
Absolutely. I would say it's a form of respect. Wherever you're going, whether you're going to the grocery store, going to work, going to church, you're communicating a message of how important the other people are to you. When it's a wedding or a funeral, we all understand that you wear a suit, you wear a tie to show respect.
Right.
Why don't you do that with everything else that you do?
All right, so if you have 3 quick tips for people watching, or maybe parents who have younger kids are trying to get dressed to respect everyone else, what would they be?
Absolutely.
Obviously, follow you.
Follow me.
2 more.
Start wearing maybe a polo shirt or just a button-down shirt instead of your t-shirt. Take your clothes to a tailor, $10 a piece. They'll get them looking great, fitting really well. And then start clean shaving in the morning with a nice, proper, double-edged razor.
All right,
Yeah,
we
we
need some
saw
tips
that.
on that too.
Yeah, James.
Caution.
So I
Gent
also
Z.
took a
Instagram,
look at his
follow it.
profile, and he has some videos like captioned where he's like staring off into the distance with a martini in his hand or something. In a world of White Claws, be an old-fashioned. Boys have dreams, gentlemen make plans. In a world full of Andrew Tates, be a Cary Grant. Boys send dick pics, gentlemen write love letters.
I thought you was gonna say like gentlemen like draw a picture of it and send it. Like they watercolor paint one and send it.
He's got some points. Like, I don't know that you need to always wear a polo shirt, but
There's a time and place for everything.
But it is worth saying, look, don't always go outside in your pajamas, right? Like if you are wearing clothes that you will go to bed in, you should change before you leave the house. Take a shower. Maybe you don't have to shave every day. Sometimes scruff is fine, or you have a beard like I do, but it does help to, you know, make sure that you look presentable. But you don't have to be, I feel like there's a little bit of putting on airs with what he's doing as opposed to just,
I read that too.
you know, as opposed to just being like, I am a well-groomed, clean adult male. There's a little bit of, how old is this kid?
He's 27.
Mary has some contention with
He's
that.
a little,
I don't believe it, but that's what he claims to be.
he's a
27.
little old. He might be younger than 27 is kind of the gist that I get,
Oh.
because there's a little bit of like make-believe adult going on, you know, and
Yeah,
it's like
it's a little bit LARPy.
yeah, a little LARPy, which honestly I prefer someone to LARP as an adult and put the effort in
Yeah.
to someone that LARPs as, you know, a crypto bro that hasn't found the right coin yet, so he walks around in Crocs and pajamas all the time. So I mean,
Yeah.
I think I like the point that he's making, and I think I get where he's coming from. But I think that he's laying it on a little thicker than he needs to. And this, you know, again, coming from a 50-year-old man. You know?
Well, I agree with you, and that's a charitable but true way of putting it.
It is charitable. It is intended to be charitable as well.
He has 377,000 followers on Instagram currently, so I think something he's doing is working. But I agree that there's a performative aspect to it that rubs people the wrong way, including what I took from this one video he posted a while back. Never forget what they took from us. And Brett, you have this video where he's sitting next to this guy and they're both flipping through vintage Playboy,
Can we play this?
like
Is that gonna get,
actual
yeah, is that gonna
magazines. And I'm like, okay, you lost me with this one. Like, there's nothing classically masculine or classy at all about Playboy. That's ridiculous.
He's playing back to this like idealized version of a previous time in the world that he
Right.
never actually
Right.
experienced. There's
We
two
have a
20s.
Gordon Shumway said, look up Sean Connery's outfit in Zardoz, and you'll think twice about dressing like him. That being said, dressing better is a good habit to have. Let's put an end to looking like a bum.
And there's also a 20 from Not That Jen Stewart.
I work in skill trades. F your polo.
There you go.
Well, again, I think that if he were here to defend himself, he would say there is a time and place for t-shirts and jeans and that type of thing too. But for the most part, it is important to put more of an emphasis on dressing up for the sake of others and yourself, your self-respect, your respect for the rest of society. And I agree with that point. But Phil is right that there is a bit of it that is, as you said, putting on airs, and it's a little LARPy. And the reason why I think this might be the case when it comes to James is he revealed in a video on his account that he used to be goth. And he shows photo evidence of this. So he's someone who's already drawn to some sort of costume, some sort of performance. Here you go.
You a bit more about the James that you would have met around 7 or 8 years ago.
Okay, so
Well-
just pause. Look at that. I'm sorry. If you're claiming to be 27, the person in that photo you're telling me is 19 or 20 years old? I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I just feel like this guy isn't Gen Z. Just a thought. But yeah, go on.
To put it quite simply, I was a goth. Long, jet black hair, entirely black clothing, combat boots, eyeliner, you name it, I did it. But I had many more sides to my personality than just this dark gothic character. And there were many things I liked to do, many places I liked to go, and many people I wanted to meet, with whom the person that I was and the way that I presented myself, it clashed tremendously. And I found that while my look was bold and it stood out, it wasn't helping me be seen the way that I wanted to be seen. So let me tell you a bit more about the James.
That's why I feel like he's the type of person already prone to, I guess, putting on a caricature.
He's obsessed with the idea of what his outward physical appearance will represent to other people.
Yeah, which you can't argue that that doesn't matter. Of course it matters how you present yourself, and that has an effect on the kind of social circles that you have access to and how people evaluate you as a person and whether they respect you.
I mean, this kind of happens to
Call
you.
it fair or unfair. It just is what it is.
This kind of happens to you because people perceive by the way you dress that you are a certain like that you're a goth, and you're like, that's not who I am at all. Okay, so you're right. Like what you are. You contain multitudes, much more than whatever your outward appearance might say. But that doesn't mean that those things have to always be in conflict with one another. But I feel like it's kind of performative in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and again, I am suspicious of this guy's claim that he's Gen Z because, as far as I know, the oldest Gen Zers, born in 1996, are currently 29. And I thought that this guy was in his 30s when I first came across his content. Again, not trying to be rude. It's also just being goth 7 years ago wasn't really a thing for Gen Z, and he doesn't look that young in the photo he presented.
I feel like he went to him and his family went to visit his grandparents, and his grandma's like, "What's this all black? What's with the black nail polish and the eyeliner?" And the mom's like, "He's a goth." He's like, "It's not a phase, Mom."
Thank you, guys. Well, now that he looks like Cary Grant, he's like, it's not a phase, Mom.
Okay, so the thing I find about it is this type of personality is literally one day. This did not happen. At least my guess would be it didn't even happen over a period of time. One day, the goth clothes were gone, the hair was gone, and he just showed up in a suit.
Yeah. Probably.
You know what I mean?
He's committed to the bit, whatever the bit may be.
It's not like one day he showed up in a jeans and t-shirt and did some weird transition. One day he's like, that's not me anymore. And he literally cut his hair in a mirror.
I wonder if he stopped listening to the goth music. Because maybe he was into it not just for the appearance stuff, but the music as well. And did he have to stop listening to goth music and start listening to Frank Sinatra all of a sudden?
Yeah.
You know, just to embody the mindset.
No, he found nightcore remixes of Frank Sinatra songs.
Yeah, the 20 from Shane H. Wilder. Dressing well and being a gentleman is important, but he's a bit extreme with that double-breasted jacket. There's nothing wrong with a well-kept beard. He committed the faux pas of keeping his jacket buttoned while sitting. Yeah, once you present yourself also as an instructor in anything, the opportunity to be called out for your mistakes is ever present.
He should go watch White Collar. That was the whole thing about the Neil Caffrey character was he had this timeless look about him. He wore custom suits from a previous generation with the fedora, and that was who he was supposed to be. He was supposed to be indicative of a Cary Grant. In fact, I think somebody compares him to Cary Grant at one point, and he gets really excited in the show. So maybe he should go watch White Collar or go check to make sure that he's not going through with any high-end art thefts.
We have another 20 from Not That Jon Stewart. It's the ending of SLC Punk, If You Know, You Know.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. Overall, I think this guy is well-intentioned, and clearly he's reaching a large audience for a reason. It's important because this is a symptom of fatherlessness and absentee fathers who are in the home as well as out of the home these days. This is why YouTube videos exist, to teach young kids how to tie a tie.
Yeah.
Because even if they don't have a father in the home, or if they have a father in the home, they're not getting taught these very basic things about maturing into a young man, and you have to turn to social media for that. And that's sad, but that does leave a vacuum to fill, and James is trying to fill that space, you know, and I think that's something to applaud in and of itself, even if it's not being executed perfectly.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.